What's going on, guys? Mountain Air Mitch here, bringing you the SummerSlam 2014 review. Getting off here, the pre-show match, RVD versus Cesaro, and I was wondering how one of these guys could actually win a match. They're both very good at losing here recently, but RVD gets the win. It's a good match, I guess. There was nothing really we haven't seen before. There really wasn't no storyline of this, so it really was like, I really don't care. I mean, maybe they're going to make a storyline out of it, but I think it's just a way to get Cesaro and RVD on the pay-per-view, since I'm guessing RVD's contract's going to run out soon, because he's only on a part-time contract. So moving on, the start of the show, we get Hulk Hogan coming out, and all he does is pimp the network, which I don't understand, pimping the network while we're watching the network. They do it. They do the commercials, everything. It just doesn't make any sense. So we get Hulk Hogan pimping the network, which is stupid because we're already watching the network. So if we're already watching, then what's the point of pimping it if we already paid for it? I paid like a month after it came out. Like I paid it like the same month of SummerSlam, so I think I still got another month. But I know a lot of people are renewing it. But I think that's why a lot of things changing here recently. But I'm trying to get people to renew. But anyways, Hulk Hogan goes up Pimp's Network. Anyways, first match of the night, we get Dolph Ziggler and Miz. And Dolph Ziggler ends up winning the Intercontinental Championship, finally, I guess you could say. I really don't. I mean, I guess to build Miz's character, to make it seem like more of a better feud, which it did. Miz's new character and stuff, but they could just gave it to him in the Battle Royal. But Ziggler's now your new champion, and Ziggler kicked out of the Skull from Rush finale, and I don't really get this because that's Miz's finishing move, and that means that Miz is going to have to hit 2 finishers the next time he wants to beat Ziggler, right? I mean, that's just the concept of legit of wrestling. Like, I don't know why they do this. Is the Miz going bye-bye again? I don't know, but to me, like, that's just stupid. But I am happy Dolph Ziggler's the Intercontinental Champion. So we get a title change right off the bat, get the crowd hyped into it. So next match, we get AJ versus Paige. Way better match than what I thought it would be. I thought it just being the second match was just going to be buried, like this is going to be bad. And it was really good. The best. Hopefully this feud continues because these girls are both very good at what they do. But we get another title change, and Paige picks up the win, and then she holds AJ, lays the title over her, and I think she kisses her or something. Kisses her on her forehead, but I don't know. There's also a meme going around that CM Punk's made of her climbing on top of AJ and like grabbing her head and stuff. So I don't know. That was like. Okay, but anyways, moving on, we get Rusev versus Swagger, which at the beginning Rusev comes out and he has this new get up on, looks pretty good, and then we get Swagger come out, and the color guards, I believe they're Army color guards. I'm not 100% sure though, but I think they're in a base right outside LA. So these guys, color guards, they have 2 flags. They have guys with guns on each side of them, and they have a guy telling them how to march and all this. So I don't know the positions. I know they all have names, but I'm not too into that. So, but they had the color guards out there to bring out Swagger. And this match, I really didn't know how the flag matches work. I thought the flag would be on on one of the turnbuckles or something, and they'd have to climb and get it, or maybe there's like a ladder match for them to climb to get the flag, and whoever gets the flag first. But all it pretty much was the winner gets their national anthem played while a big flag drops down behind them. Rusev ends up winning, so they all get up at the beginning of the United States, and the fans are really, really behind Swagger and Calder, which they were getting over whenever they were real Americans with Cesaro. But the We the People thing is very getting over. More heat's on Rusev. So, I mean, this feud should continue. And if it doesn't, then they're doing Swagger and Rusev both an injustice. I didn't want Rusev to lose because I knew they'd make him into a comedy gimmick. And that's not what he needs. He still needs to be the big guy, and he needs to keep on getting pushed. I don't see him losing unless Kurt Angle comes in and beats him. I think that'd be like the only way he loses here in the last, at least not till Mania, you know. But I don't know, we're going to have to see. But anyways, so Rusev ends up winning. Moving on, we get Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose, a lumberjack match. Now this might be the best lumberjack match I've ever seen. But they end up getting out of the ring, and they the thing that was weird about this was Dean Ambrose picked to be a lumberjack match, but every time he got thrown out of the ring, he'd like beat up the lumberjacks. And I guess that's just to get them mad and get them fired up or whatever. But it made more sense if Seth Rollins was beating up the lumberjacks. They threw him out, threw him in, and it's like, you know, this is a pretty good match so far. And then everybody starts brawling, they start jumping on each other. They end up going to the stands. Here comes the heels to come get Dean Ambrose. And Seth Rollins is running away. And then there's the Usos and Stardust there to stop him. And they pick Rollins up, take him back to the ring. And Dean Ambrose is there, and he jumps on all the lumberjacks. Pretty good spot there, too. But eventually, Dean Ambrose is about to go for the win, and Kane comes in, interferes. So Goldust gets in his face. Kane uppercuts Goldust. Stardust gets in the ring. Here comes the heels, and then there's just like a big old brawl. They finally get them all out of the ring. Seth Rollins hits him with a briefcase, and there's a 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins ends up winning. This is not over from a long shot. I really hope that neither of these guys are champions, so they won't have them at Night of Champions, but Hell in a Cell's up next. And there you go. A Hell in a Cell match, and that's what I really want to see out of these guys. I was really hoping a Hell in a Cell match tonight, but we didn't get it, so a very, very good match. Alright, anyways, this is Bray Wyatt. Next is Bray Wyatt and Jericho. And the fans are behind Bray Wyatt. Awesome. Very cool. Very nice. And I don't understand the part of having Harper and Rowan not at ringside, because the first time Jericho beat him, they weren't there anyways because they got barred from ringside. But unless they were an audible called inside the ring that match, Bray was supposed to go over maybe, but he got over tonight, and that's all that matters. That was the whole part of Jericho coming in, but they can't let Bray Wyatt lose momentum. If not, he's going to end up being like Big E and Xavier Woods and a bunch of other guys who end up coming to the main roster from NXT and not doing what they should. So next we get Brie Bella versus Stephanie McMahon, and man, I seen it coming. I knew it was going to come. Brie had Stephanie wrestled. She came out looking like China to begin with, so that was kind of weird, you know, Triple H's ex. But she came out looking like China, and she ended up wrestling pretty good. The match was slow, though. You could definitely tell that she had a lot of ring rust. You know, people, they said, "Oh, she don't have the ring rust at all," but you could tell that they were going awful slow for that. But Triple H comes down the ringside, and here comes Nikki Bella. So Triple H pulls out, I think, Charles Robinson. I don't know who the referee was, because Brie has Stephanie in the label lock, and Stephanie's going to try to get out of the ring or Brie jumps on top of Triple H. Nikki runs around to stop Stephanie. Stephanie's backing up, runs into Brie. Stephanie ducks, and Brie punches, or Nikki punches Brie. Right, yeah. And there's how the heel turn happens, and we'll see the sisters probably at WrestleMania or something. I don't know. But I seen this one coming. I called it like a month ago. I told my wife, I said, "Look, they're going to make Nikki a heel and turn against Brie. Hopefully, they have a good reason for it. I don't know if they do or not, but I seen it coming, and I wish they would have had Daniel Bryan come out, maybe stop Triple H, and stop Triple H from getting interference and That would be a better win for Brie, but they want to do the Nikki Brie route. But Stephanie ends up getting the win with the pedigree. Moving on, we get Randy Orton and Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns ends up getting the win. Really nothing special here. It didn't seem like, I don't know, like there wasn't a lot of storytelling. Just after the match, they act like Roman Reigns done win the championship. Like, oh, this is the biggest match win of his career. But, I think it's Randy Orton, and everybody's seen Randy Orton win, and everybody's seen Randy Orton lose. So really nothing different there. But overall, pretty good match. It was okay. I enjoyed it. And people say Roman Reigns only has 3 moves, but so does everybody else. I mean, what's Randy Orton's moves? The DDT off the ropes, where he stomps on every limb, and the RKO, and the punt to the head. That's 4 moves. Everybody says Roman Reigns has like 3 or 4 moves. So I don't understand why they hate on Roman Reigns for when Cena only has 4 moves. Triple H only has 4 moves. CM Punk only had 4 moves. So, and it's just a variety, and that's why they call it vintage Orton, vintage Roman, vintage Undertaker. And that's why Michael Cole says that, because that's something that they only do, and there's only a few things that they only do instead of everybody else. But anyways, so moving on, Roman Reigns ends up winning. I don't even know if I said that or not. Roman Reigns ends up winning. It was a nice match, good match. But anyways, that's a little random Roman Reigns. Anyways, moving to the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match, and at this point I said, God, they already switched the title, so they're going to make sure it's okay for Cena to win. So the match starts. Cena charges Lesnar, gets him in the corner. Lesnar puts Cena in the corner, then he pops out and gives him an F5. 30 seconds into the match. That was crazy. And then Cena had little hopes here and there, but Brock Lesnar just dominated him, which is good, I think. It depends on who he loses the belt to. If it's Roman Reigns or somehow John Cena makes some kind of superhero move to somehow beat somebody who destroyed him to begin with, then that's not good. But if it was Roman Reigns or somebody like that, the guy who beat the streak, they got beat by the person, then I think that's a good job. If everything goes well, it should be Roman Reigns for sure. He's definitely moving up. And it looks like he won't have to beat Cena, because if you don't beat Cena, you go back to the bottom of the pit. But he don't look like he has to beat Cena. He's got to beat Lesnar, and hopefully this is a good match in store for SummerSlam. Now, they got to sign Brock Lesnar to more TV deals. I'm going to a house show on September 19th, and really looking forward to it. And I really hope that Brock Lesnar makes it. I don't think he's going to come to Charleston, West Virginia, but if he does manage to make it, that'd be awesome. But I want to see what the commercial has, because the commercial was pimping the Usos, which still had the belts, and they were pimping Sheamus, which still has the belt. They were also pimping John Cena, which had the belt. So I don't know. But I'm looking forward to Monday Night Raw tonight and see what all's going on. Be making a Raw review soon after that's over. But that's really about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Mount Limerick signing out. Peace.